everyone, this is Neckful here, and today we are playing The World Ends With You Final Remix in the Nintendo Switch. And from our last video, we read everything from Shiki Day 1 Secret Reports till Day 7. So now, it's time for another story time with Mr. Hanekoma. And we're going to read now Joshua's Secret Reports from Day 1 to Day 7. Here we go. Let's start. Day 1. Secret Report 8. As predicted by the composer, his proxy has entered the game a second time. The composer has proven his aptitude and will be joined in the next game by the composer himself as his new player. There are 3 reasons behind the composer's choice of actions. Number 1, to ascertain the conductor's strategy. Number 2, to educate his proxy. And Number 3, to protect him. To protect him? Really, Joshua? Really? How? Wait a minute, back it up. To protect him. But he's the one who killed him. Joshua killed him to be his proxy, right? Because, yeah, we already know who the composer is. It was explained in the game. In the ending. So that's weird. With this return to the Yuji, the limits of the composer's abilities will be relaxed. However, using his abilities could reveal his identity. As such, he will need to continue to limit himself for a while longer. This presents a certain set of risks. The greater risk, however, lies with the composer joining the proxy for this game. The composer's presence, his tremendously high vibe, will place a great deal of physical and psychological strain on the proxy. Furthermore, the proxy's victory in the previous game has won him back his memory. The self-actualization loop binding the proxy is thus stronger than ever, more deeply encowned, even that the MV cleared from Shiki in the previous game. There is a possibility of the proxy's soul destabilizing, negating its progress during the previous game. Slight problems also persist with the proxy's personality. How long will the proxy be able to bear being side by side with the composer? That's Day 1, 4 pages, not bad. Today, an alert was handed... Secret Report 9. Day 2. Today, an alert was handed down. The discovery of a fallen angel. A fallen angel is one who has broken the angel's code, a criminal their crime, revealing the secrets of Tablonoi's refinery to the game master Minamimoto. Minamimoto knows the composer's RG's identity, secret even to the conductor, and has chased him to the real ground. The fallen angel may also have supplied him with this information. Apologies on the noise. Our neighbor has our neighborhood have, how can I say it? Our neighbor is having something to fix in the other. Our neighbor is having something to fix there. So that's why it's a little bit noisy. Construction. Our neighbor has construction right now. There. Sorry for my stuttering. Let's continue. Okay. Minamimoto loves to take the composer's place, and his potential to do so comes second only to that of the conductor. Despite being a complete outsider in the wager between composer and conductor, he stands to hinder the composer greatly. It is entirely possible Minamimoto may rise to the office of conductor. Because this wager has been decided, all eyes from the higher plane are on this game for the future of Shibuya. Should its result be invalidated by outside interference, the angel's disappointment would be vast. So, what is the fallen angel's goal? Dominion over the underground, retribution against the angels. Whatever the case, we must carefully monitor Minamimoto's actions and stay vigilant against this fallen angel. Whoa. Let's go day 3. Whoa. Secret Report 10. I was finally able to hand over the phone tracking application. The composer requested some time back. I informed the composer it was ready 3 days ago, but they apparently had no time to come pick it up. It just shows how carefully the proxy is planning each move. The application detects the conductor's imagination. With it, one can walk around Shibuya and piece together the conductor's strategies. At this point, even I cannot fathom the conductor's plan. I will have to rely on the information gathered by the composer. While I wait for his findings, I will work on the composer's next order, a second revision to the phone's functionality. Today also marks my first contact with the proxy, since he formed a pact with the composer. He appears considerably wary of his partner at present time. As expected, the psychological strain is severe. So severe, in fact, that most players would be unable to continue. Right now, the only thing keeping the proxy in the game is his entry fee. At least his dangerously strained state of mind is acting to heighten his soul. I saw no sign of relapse or destabilization. Rather, the return of his memory seems to have yielded only positives. I look forward to watching the proxy's growth continued. And that was day 3. Let's continue. Wow. Secret Report 11. The composer's reports indicated rough going in his investigation. I suspect the limits upon his abilities. Meanwhile, Minamoto has not issued any missions. The Reaper elites must be alarmed as well. Perhaps this is more of a fallen angel's influence. As I've stated, Minamoto is suspected of a liaison with a fallen angel. The fallen angel may have chosen Minamoto for a few reasons. First, none desired the composer's office more. Minamoto's obsession was great enough to compel him to pursue the composer into the real ground. Unlike simple reapers, however, the composer's power are not lost in the RG. I can just imagine the shock dawning of Minamoto's face as I write this. Yes, the composer must down-tune to the frequency of the real ground, limiting his powers. However, Minamoto is in the same boat. As a result, the difference in their abilities remained unchanged. Thus, the assassination attempt failed. While Minamoto's efforts were fruitless, they serve as simple proof of his convictions. The second reason the fallen angel may have targeted him is his lack of loyalty to the Reapers organization and his preference for solo action. His distance for cooperation meant little chance of him revealing the fallen angel's presence. The third reason is his consistently unconventional aesthetic. His bizarre actions regularly cause confusion among those around him. Even if the fallen angel were to urge him to do something out of the ordinary, that would be ordinary for him. No one would suspect a thing. This is why he is an ideal target for a fallen angel to work his agenda without raising suspicion. At least, it seems a logical conclusion. The questioning now is, why has Minamoto abandoned the game? And what is he doing? I suspect that his only current objective is to take out the composer. If so, he is likely preparing for the 7th day and his opportunity to confront the players. Interesting. Just what did the fallen angel tell Minamoto? Perhaps no one will ever know. So that's day 4. Wow. It really explains about Minamoto. And yeah, he doesn't want to follow the Reapers and everything, so he wants to be a solo guy. That's true. Secret Report 12. The proxy feels an affection for the art of the designer Cat myself. As he was picked by the composer, this is hardly coincidence. It was an inevitability. Cat's creative works are embedded with command codes. His art acts as a medium for mass imprinting. The imprinting players use works only on an individual basis. However, through art, one can affect anyone who comes into contact with the work. I imbue my art with 2 command codes. The first is enjoy the moment more. The strength, the imagination. This strengthens the imagination. The proxy received this signal loud and clear, though past trauma precluded him from responding accordingly. The second code, gather, calls to those with strong imaginations, hence with the inevitability. Why wouldn't the composer find his worthy proxy standing in front of my graffiti? A single reason exists for rigging my art in this way. The creation of the future requires imagination. My art is widely accepted in Shibuya. This proves that those with imagination sufficient to create the future are gathering in the area. Shibuya's future is looking very bright. That's day 5. That explains his art. To strengthen the imaginations. I just drank water. Okay, next up. Whoop. Joshua, Secret Reports, Day 6. Let's go. Secret Report 13. I have finished revision 2 of the phone tracking app, which allows it to detect the Shibuya River. The composer aims to use this device to convey the river's location to the proxy. Before passing that knowledge along, the composer needed to understand the conductor's plan. As of yesterday, he felt confident in his hypothesis. The composer had encountered red skull pins everywhere. The detector had led the same pins I created at the conductor's behest on the first day. As I suspected, they form a prime piece of his strategy. The imagination he has filled those pins with is the same as that in the player pin imprinting. They are set apart, however, by a single major difference. Wait, so it is Mr. Hanekoma. He did create the red skull pins. Oh my gosh! The red skull pins are made to imprint targets with the conductor's will. Anyone wearing the red skull pin is dominated by the conductor's mind. The further the pins spread, the more people he controls. However, the red skull pins have penetrated less than half of Shibuya's real ground population in the last 2 weeks. At this rate, the conductor's strategy will end in failure. How does he intend to penetrate the rest of Shibuya? I will be monitoring his actions closely. Wow, I had no idea. Alright, we're now here at day 7. That was fast. I think it's because Joshua's Secret Reports are more shorter than Shiki's. Shiki has a lot of pages. 5 and 6 are the highest. Alright, day 7. Let's go. Secret Report 14. The final day's mission came from the conductor, eliminate Minamoto. Unexpected as it was, tensions ran high, but the composer's quick thinking saved the day. In the end, all went according to his plan, and he successfully guided the proxy on to the next game. His solution entailed first defeating Minamoto, thereby ensuring the proxy's victory. Second, the composer pretended to be erased by Minamoto while shielding the proxy. Oh wow, he pretended. To accomplish this, he fled to a parallel world just before Minamoto's final attack connected. The proxy survived the game alone, but was again unable to elect reincarnation due to the composer's illegal participation in the game. For better or worse, the game between the composer and conductor concludes in 1 week's time. The conductor's strategy may end in failure, but we will see. We will see. I need to keep a close eye on his future actions. All I can do is wait for the composer to inform me of which parallel world he escaped to. Secret Reports 14. Wow, we just finished the entire Secret Reports for Joshua. He has more shorter pages than Shiki. Shiki's video was 20 minutes long, and here I'm already at 14 minutes. Alright, that's it for today's video on Joshua Secret Reports and story time with Mr. Hanekoma. So next video we're gonna do is beat Secret Reports Day 1 to Day 7. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Bye! Stay tuned!